Hi, humanoid gigabytes, I am Paulina Lara, Pauliphysics, and this week I have a video with some facts about me. Thanks to everyone who sent questions via the social media or the channels that I shared with you, and great, because this morning I just received the last bottle from the Caribbean. Great! I guess I will take this video as another introduction for those who don't know me, so let's get started. I was born in Mexico City, but at the age of 10 we moved to Cancun. I have a sister, an amazing illustrator, and you can check some of her work on this website. I am a Cancunian, as I grew up there, studied there, and found a lot of my personal interests like snorkeling, doing voiceover for radio, and acting in that city. I studied a BA in communication and since high school started acting. Never left it and took workshops and a diploma in dramatic art. I studied a master's in performance making in London. I even once acted at British Date because Fiona Templeton invited a lot of artists to perform or recall memories of pieces that they have seen or performed themselves. Amazing, right? I came back to Cancun and noticed that I was always like Batman. One persona, communication professional during the day, and another when the sun is down, vigilante, actress at night. Life takes many roads, and this time it took a kartoffel salad bowl to cross the Atlantic, so I came to Berlin. I live here with Mr. Pauliphysics. We are always laughing, and I love that about our relationship. As a Mexican, adapting to everyday life in Germany has to do mainly with the following: being relaxed when crossing the streets, reminding yourself to use your indoor voice. Screaming is not necessary. Changing your T diet, tortas, tacos and tamales, for a K diet, kartoffel, kuchen and kebab. Apart from joking, I think as a Mexican you can adapt quite well because people here react nicely when they know that you come from the land of friendly citizens, amazing landscapes and delicious food. If you want, you can find other Mexicans to hang out. There are several groups on Facebook to find them in your city. You have special Mexa powers to see things with humor, fight for what you came for and make it happen. The difficulties, I think, would mainly have to do with missing the people you love and the independence that you had in your country. That is, if you do not yet speak the language when you arrive. In a way, you don't feel completely you and are afraid of messing up because of the insecurity of the language stops you. At the same time, in a city like this, where people are from all over the world, it is not as hard to find friends and things to do. For me, joining my Toastmasters Club, which is a public speaking organization, was really helpful because I can speak in English and feel comfortable doing what I like. As always, I would recommend to make the most of the situation and try to adapt to this new life you decided to have. I hope this lecture answers the question. For me, this was a very difficult question, so I asked other Mexicans, expert Mexicans in Deutschland, and we arrived to the following conclusions. I think here, kids are educated to be quite independent. When they turn 18, they leave their house. Either they go to study to another city, go abroad to make a volunteering year, or learn something new working. In Mexico, it is harder to live at this young age. My Mexican friends agree on the matter that the minimum wage is not enough and also opportunities are not the same for everyone. This is a complex subject, of course, but to leave it in simple terms, here the system allows them to be more independent from an early age. Other thing that they share with me is that they are much more careful when it comes to drinking and driving. In Mexico, kids would even brag of having their drinks on their cars. Here, being caught drinking and driving may lead to not being able to drive for a while, because they take your license away, you can't drive for months, and if they caught you without a license, they will make you eat 3 kilos of raw kartoffel. Other comments that people share with me and I loved were language, that lovely Mexicans are morenitos pasión, and that one tastes like vanilla and the other one tastes like chocolate. I have not been discriminated as a foreigner. Nevertheless, it is true that when you go to a bureaucratic agency and you do not speak the language, some of them might look down on you. I think for them it's like, if you come here, you should know how to talk to me. If not, you are uneducated and worthless. And that I can compare with our Mexican bureaucracy too, because sometimes in an office people want things to be easy, that someone arrives with their paperwork ready, that they can solve the thing and then leave immediately. When it requires more time, they are not happy about it and the person in front of them has to take their bad attitude. I consider myself quite lucky that I have met nice people and everyone has helped me on my way, especially Mr. Pauliphysics whenever I needed translations. I love sweet things, so bread and cakes here are fabulous. I am also a bad Mexican because I cannot eat really spicy food. If it's too hot, I will never eat it.
I wanted to do this channel because I know I can change the world with my point of view, and so many people can receive something from it.
No, I wanted to have a hobby that could entertain me and also other people out there. I am happy to see that slowly it's growing and some humanoid gigabytes are finding my style or stories interesting to watch. 100 is so little compared to what happens on YouTube every day, but I believe that being constant and making something with love is what will help me reach and entertain some of you guys. Dr. Faustroll, pataphysician, instructed me that one should interpret a name only from its ancient and authentic root, and imaginatively that the syllable pau, like the root from a genealogical tree, means more or less pata. Pauli, pata. Pauli, pataphysician. Pauliphysican. Pauliphysican. Then, by taking the components, transforms into one shorter word itself, because Pauliphysican equals minus s, Pauliphysic plus s equals minus IAN. And because EN is a foreign name, does not count anymore, giving as a result Pauliphysics equals 0. Pauliphysics, the explanation of the links, the search for something else, the mystery of life and the complex art world, the surreal human behavior, the silliness and playfulness all in one. In reality, I got inspired by Alfred Jarry, who is a precursor of surrealism and mixed literature and science, fiction and reality in his out-of-this-world novel Exploits and Opinions of Dr. Faustroll, Pataphysician, a really fun and weird piece of surreal literature. Also, he wrote King Ubu, in which he described absurd situations from a terrible dictator king. I had a lot of fun reading them too. What other things about me? Now I am a freelancer as an actress and as a digital content creator, so if there are any cool projects that you can think of where I can be involved, give me a shout. Alright, thanks a lot for watching this video, for staying and sharing. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it, and check all the other videos I have made for you. Hoping everything is great on your side, I send you a big hug. I am Paulina Lara, Pauliphysics, and I see you next week. Tschüss!